Welcome to today's explainer, fellow garden enthusiasts. If you absolutely love understanding how the natural world works, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're setting the stage for an extraordinary journey through the complete life cycle of one of the most visually stunning plants you can possibly grow, glass gem corn. We're going to walk through the step-by-step growth journey of this incredibly unique crop, breaking down exactly how a single seed transforms into an actual masterpiece, and how you can grow and save these exact seeds right in your own backyard.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Because let's be honest, when you first see pictures of glass gem corn, your immediate reaction in today's digital age is probably, no way. Is this plant real, or is it just an AI filter? And hey, it's a completely fair question. Now, while our source material does use AI technology to animate the growth timeline so we can actually see it happen, the incredible, vibrant colors of the plant itself, those are entirely natural.
But here is the crazy part. As our source puts it, nature made this not a filter. There is absolutely no color grading, no post-production editing, and definitely no artificial dye injected into the real plant. What you see is literally what grows straight out of the dirt. It evokes total disbelief for sure, but it is 100% a product of the earth.
Section 1. The Heirloom Miracle.
You know, this isn't some hybrid whipped up in a modern commercial lab. Glass gem corn is actually a very rare heirloom variety, and the sobering fact is that this breathtaking seed line was literally almost lost forever. It's a massive wake-up call for us home gardeners, right? It shows exactly why we need to be actively paying attention to seed preservation so we don't lose incredible plant genetics. And for you gardeners out there, saving seeds like this starts super simply. You just pick the absolute healthiest, most vibrant years from your crop and let them dry out completely on the stalk before storing them in a cool, dark place.
It came down to just one dedicated farmer, one single person who spent decades carefully preserving this specific seed line to save a botanical miracle. That number one, that highlights exactly why seed saving matters to us right now. Because corn is wind-pollinated so easily, if you want to preserve a pure heirloom strain like this at home, you absolutely have to plant it far away from other corn varieties to prevent cross-pollination. Without that focused, multi-decade effort by one grower saving seeds year after year, there's no way we'd be planting these in our gardens today.
Section 2. The Life Cycle. From Seed to Jeweled Harvest.
Let's move to and see how this builds. We'll be walking through 4 stages: dark speckled kernel germination, towering stalk growth, tasseling and ear development, and finally, the translucent harvest.
Stage 1. Kernel germination.
Picture this. It's early morning, and you can almost hear the soft crackle of shifting, dark, rich soil. From a single dark speckled kernel, an incredible dual-action sequence kicks off. Downward, you have this thick white root visibly pushing out from the base, anchoring itself deep down into the earth. Now, if you're planting these at home, a quick tip: drop these kernels about an inch deep into warm, well-draining soil to really help this process along. And then, at the exact same moment, upward, a delicate pale green shoot tip is steadily pushing its way right through the soil surface to catch that very first touch of sunlight.
It's literally the ultimate promise of gardening, summed up perfectly right here. One small kernel, and in a few months, it will produce a cob unlike anything you have grown before. For anyone growing food at home, just think about that massive payoff. You put one tiny, unassuming seed into the dirt, and nature handles the rest of the whole spectacular shebang.
Stage 2. Stalk and leaf growth.
Once it's out in the warm sun, this plant's growth just seems to take off like a rocket. It can actually grow over 6 feet tall, pushing straight up into the clear blue sky. It's this rapid, towering vertical climb, and the stalk has to massively thicken at the base just to hold its own weight up. Because of that fast vertical climb, corn is a notoriously heavy feeder, so as a home gardener, you've got to make sure you're adding plenty of nitrogen-rich compost to your soil to support all that explosive growth. And this brilliantly illustrates the mechanical beauty of nature. As that stalk climbs up, these long, blade-like green leaves unfurl and extend outward, one after another. But it isn't random. They emerge from alternating sides in a highly specific, rhythmic pattern. Every single leaf follows that exact same botanical rhythm as it sways gently in the wind.
Stage 3. Tasseling and ear development.
Now this is where the real magic starts happening beneath the husk. It's another simultaneous dual-action process. Way up at the very top of the stalk, you've got a feathery tassel that opens up and releases this fine, dusty pollen right into the warm afternoon breeze. Meanwhile, lower down on the stalk, a developing ear is swelling up, pushing these pale silk strands out from its tip just to catch that falling pollen. And since this whole fertilization process relies totally on the wind, your big step-by-step rule here is always plant your corn in short blocks rather than long single rows. That ensures you get maximum pollen transfer.
It's just a quiet, perfectly designed system. Like the quote says, while the tassel releases pollen above, the ear below is quietly preparing the cob that will reveal something extraordinary. All of that swelling and thickening inside the husk, it's completely protecting the grand finale from the elements until it is absolutely ready.
The final stage, the jeweled harvest.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that when you finally peel back those dry, golden husk layers, listening to them crackle and rustle, you aren't greeted by standard yellow corn. No way. Instead, the sunlight catches completely translucent kernels that literally glow like a stained glass window in the late summer sun. Seriously, just imagine the dazzling array of vivid colors emerging row by row. You get deep purples, bright magentas, rich golds, brilliant blues, and vibrant greens, all packed tightly onto the exact same cob. Every single kernel acts like its own unique jewel, catching the light. But remember, to really lock in these brilliant translucent colors for ornamental use or for saving your seeds, you have to leave those ears right there on the stalk until the husks are completely brown and dry before picking them.
Our final section, a living miracle. So, the crucial point is captured right here in this quote. Every kernel on this cob will be a different color, and nothing about that is added afterward. There are no digital tricks going on here, folks, no artificial dyes. This is pure, unfiltered botanical science, handed down through generations by careful seed preservation.
Which leaves us with this final thought for today's explainer. If a single dark heirloom seed can produce a glowing, stained glass rainbow right in your very own backyard, what other unbelievable, seemingly impossible plants are growing right under our noses in the natural world? I really hope this sparks your curiosity to get out there, save some seeds, and discover the hidden gems waiting in your own garden. Thanks for learning with me today.